Questions 1 through 10 on the 2010 Grade 7 Gauss Math Contest. The Grade 7 students at Gauss Public School were asked, what is your favorite pet? The number of students who chose fish is. So you look at this graph, and fish is right here, and the bar graph represents the number of students, and on this side of the graph are the numbers. And all you have to do is just look across and see where that bar graph meets that axis, and it meets it at 40. So the number of students who chose fish is 40, and therefore number 1, the answer is D. Tanya scored 20 out of 25 on her math quiz. What percent did she score? The percent will be 20 divided by 25, and that is 0.8, which as a percentage is 80%. And therefore number 2, the answer is C. The value of 4 times 5 plus 5 times 4. So if you remember BEDMAS, that is the order of operations. Brackets first, then exponents, then division and multiplication, and then addition, subtraction. So multiplication obviously comes first here, so you do those first, and that's going to be 20 and 20. And then you do the addition, and that would be 40. So number 3, the answer is E. In the diagram, the coordinates -2, -3 is located at. So -2 would be -1, -2 right here, and then -3, -1, -2, -3. So that is -2, -3, and that is point D. So number 4, the answer is D. Chaz gets on the elevator on the 11th floor. The elevator goes down 2 floors, then stops. Then the elevator goes down 4 more floors, and Chaz gets off at the elevator. On what floor does Chaz get off the elevator? So he starts on the 11th floor and he goes down 2 floors. So obviously he ends up at the 9th floor. And then the elevator stops. Then the elevator goes down another 4 floors, and obviously it will end up at the 5th floor. And this is where he gets off the elevator. So that is the 5th floor, and therefore number 5, the answer is D. If 10.0003 times something is equal to 10,000.3, the number that should replace the box is, well, obviously we're moving the decimal 1 and then 2 and then 3. So we're moving it 10 to the power of 3. The decimal initially is here, and the decimal later goes to here. So the only way that can happen is if you multiply by 10 to the power of 3. And 10 to the power of 3 is 1,000. Now you can verify this. Just take your calculator, take this number, multiply it by 1,000, and you most definitely will get that number. So the box will have 1,000 in it, and therefore number 6, the answer is B. In the diagram, the value of x is all the angles all the way around equal 360 degrees. So we have to add up all of these to equal 360. So we have x, we have 150, and then we have these 2 little symbols. Those 2 symbols mean that those are 90 degrees each. So 90 plus 90. So this is the equation. Solving, you get 180, if you bring the 90 and 90 over, is x plus 150, and therefore x is 30. So number 7, the answer is D. How many 1 by 1 by 1 blocks are needed to build the solid rectangular prism? Well, the volume of this big one is 4 times 3 times 3, and that is 12 times 3, which is 36. Now the volume of each of those 1 by 1 by 1 is going to be just 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. So obviously 36 of these would be needed to make a volume of 36. So the answer to number 8 is E. The time on a digital clock reads 333. What is the shortest time, length of time in minutes until all of the digits are again equal to each other? So 333 is what it is now. And then the next time the digits are all the same is 444. So they're asking how much time has passed from 333 to 444. Well, obviously, it's 1 hour and 11 minutes. And 1 hour is 60 minutes. And then we have 11 minutes, so that's 71 minutes. So number 9, the answer is A. Each number below the top row is the product of the number to the right and to the number to the left in the row immediately above it. What is the value of x? So they've shown you 1, 7 times 5 is 35. So this y is equivalent to the 5 times the x. So I'll just write that in, 5 times x. And then to get the 700, you have to multiply the 35 by y. But 35 times y is the equivalent of 35 times 5 times x. So that means 35 times y is 700, but we just figured out that y is equivalent to 5 times x. So this is what we have to figure out. X therefore is 700 divided by 35 times 5, and if you do that math, you get x equal to 4. So number 10, the answer is B.